Don't you know? Don't you know? Don't you know?
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. I'm Raquel.
I'm Jake.
And this is
Don't You Know?
You know, we say it different every single time.
I was just thinking we nail it every time. I was literally in my head going, that was perfect. We hit it so well. I think that, like, in my head, I sync it up to your audio delay coming to me because we're on the West Side server. And so when I hear it, I'm saying it perfectly on. So when you edit it and you link them up, I'm sure they sound perfect.
Yeah, see, that's the thing, though, is like, one, they're never unsynced.
What? All right, I'm blaming the editor.
And two, we always, like, kind of say it at a different speed.
No, this one was perfect. If this one's not on sync today, I'm going to judge.
I think I do it pretty well. Sometimes I have to edit the tempo because it's just way too...
So you do edit it. Okay, my bad. I retract. Yeah. I rescind my judgment.
I only edit the tempo when it's way too bad.
Yeah, sometimes it is. We're on different wavelengths. So it'd be a, don't you know? And it'd be like, don't you know?
Yeah, it completely changed that one. And it's like, drag out like, that way.
Oh, I'll just cut it out from a different episode.
No, never. I never do that.
Nice.
It's always fresh.
Sweet. Legitimacy.
The only thing I use that's the same for every single episode, well, not even every single episode, but is the opening. I just paste that into there.
The music.
The opening and ending. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Not the opening. We're talking about the opening.
Okay, fine. The music.
Gotcha.
Okay, so moving on. So we're going to talk about podcast updates. So we are now on Amazon Music podcast.
Mm-hmm. Hey, sweet.
Yeah. As of today, we are also on iHeartRadio. And
awesome.
We are still waiting on Pandora.
Comment below which platform are you listening on?
And then we have a new country.
Oh, cool.
Take a guess. You're gonna like this country.
Turkey.
No.
Oh, okay.
Close.
What is it? Hungary.
Russia.
Oh, it's Russia. Oh, okay. I don't know why you say I'd like it.
Because you did a Russian, like, joke not too long ago, a couple episodes back.
I did like it a little. Not in, like, a conspiring kind of way, but, like, in a respect for a pretty tough nation kind of.
Well, we were talking about memes, and you said you like those Russian memes.
I feel like the Russians in the U.S. are very similar. Like, we're very, very similar people. But the ideologies of our government are super different, and that's why we hate each other. But, like, I mean, as far as, like, fighting bears single-handed with a bat or whatever, and loving guns, and, like, just, I feel like we're super similar people, and we should just try and get along. No, that doesn't fly.
Here's the thing. So, when we talk about, like, tough people, we always do talk about Russia. We're like, in Russia, the bears don't attack you, you attack the bears, or stuff like that, you know?
Yeah.
And I kind of wonder if in Russia, they go kind of like the opposite in America. And they talk about, like, how tough someone is. I wonder if they do that for America.
I bet they do. Yeah, totally. Because, I mean, that's the bravado. No, bravado is a huge part of both societies, you know? That's why I'm saying, I'm like, we're all just like, oh, yes, we are strong. And we're like, yeah, hell, we are too. It's great.
Okay. And then we have a new state, and it's Washington.
Very cool. Corner to corner. Florida to Washington.
Maybe, actually.
Do you have Alaska? That's the real... Come on, that's continental corner to corner.
No, we don't have Alaska.
Alaska, mad respect. We love you, but you don't count. I'm talking corner to corner.
Well, we don't have a listen from Alaska anyway, so they don't count.
They won't get mad until they start back listening in. So, I mean, if you're back listening now, if you're from Alaska and you're listening to this, hey, thanks for listening. You've really dug in. Okay.
I don't know if we've had Maine, but I believe we've had Florida, California, and Washington, so basically all the corners.
Very interesting.
And so, in the state that has the most downloads as of right now is Texas.
Texas, nice.
Yeah, they came out of nowhere. They were like, we want an episode. We heard you did one on Virginia.
Nice. That's something we would have to have Joelle in for right there. That's the episode.
Okay. I think Texas would be a lot of fun to do.
Yeah, for sure. I've never been, but I really want to.
I've only been there for a layover.
Oh, that hardly counts. That's like me visiting San Fran I was in San Fran. Yeah, no, I didn't leave the airport.
Did you go to San Francisco before you came here?
No, I never been West Coast.
You went straight.
Furthest west I've been was either Colorado is further west than Oklahoma. So Colorado, but that's not west. That's like northwest. That's different.
You've been to California.
Yeah, no, I meant before that.
Oh, okay.
No, I was like, what? I've stood in the Pacific. No, I know where I've been.
I was so confused. I was like, what? You just like completely blanked over the whole time you came in to
No, I was talking about before then. Anyway.
Okay. Well, anyway, so that's updates for podcast. Updates for me. Let's see here. I don't think actually I have any updates. I just been doing overtime, so that's why the podcasts are taking a little bit longer to come out.
That's okay. We're only here bored in a pandemic. Let me throw some shade. I don't do the editing.
Yeah. And then I have that fairy tale one that I've already recorded. I just haven't edited.
Oh,
By the way, Frankie wants to play Among Us.
Okay. That game's really popular. We need to jump on it. It's going to lose steam real fast.
Yeah. So that will be fun. We have to figure out a day that we could do that. Maybe this Sunday, if you're not busy.
We'll see what's going on. Sundays are the days that we're both off here, so we'll talk about that.
She can play too.
Yeah, maybe. Is it on mobile?
Yes.
Can that link with PC?
Yes.
It's
I checked
possible.
It because
something might be in the works, which I'll talk about later, which might make that really accessible.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm going to already have to play on my iPad because it's not on Windows. It's not on Mac.
Okay.
It's on PC.
It's not on Mac. That's why I don't have
Xbox.
a Mac. Because you gotta get your games, Sorry, let me not jump into that.
Well, I have a Switch, an Xbox, and, the only thing I don't have is a PlayStation, so it's like, if it's not in any of those... all the grounds
covered. Yeah, fair enough. If you can't get it, it's not worth it.
Another one that I've been kind of wanting to play is Fallout, Guys.
So good. Fallout Guys.
Is it Fallout Guys or Fall Guys?
Fall Guys. Oh, I thought you were talking about Fallout. Fallout's a whole different... I was real happy.
I've played Fallout because you sent me the game before.
That's true.
I have it on Xbox. But no, Fall Guys. I've been wanting to play that, but that's only on PC or PlayStation.
That's real big right now, too. These cartoony games.
My brother doesn't like it. He hates it because he plays on the PlayStation, and a lot of people play on the computer, and they hack the game.
That sucks. I don't endorse hacking. That's not the reason I say PC. I'm saying...
Well, shoot. They were talking about that new, well, not new, because they just came out with a new one, but before that, that Call of Duty game, the Modern Warfare one, I think, or something like that, where it had, Battlegrounds, I think is what it's called. And that was cross-platforms. And they, at one point, was thinking... Is it Battlezone?
Yeah.
Sorry. Battlezone.
Battlegrounds is a different one, very similar, that this copied.
Yeah. Zones, and they were thinking about getting rid of PC off of that because PC was hacking.
Warzone.
Everyone else was getting mad.
It's Warzone. Yeah, I know. Hacking sucks.
So, you PCs, you just gotta ruin everything.
Yeah, well, it's the hackers.
We can't enjoy cross-platforms because
look, if PC people
has to ruin.
No, if console people could hack, they would, and they would be worse about it because they're lower level people.
Hack.
It's like
can hack because my brother said that they can. He just says that they don't.
It's a lot harder
because it's a lot harder.
Yeah, because they're dumber. So if you could figure it out, you'd do it and you'd win too. But you can't, so you won't. No, I'm just joking. No, truthfully, no, it's crappy for sure. And I mean, you need to have anti-cheat measures. But realistically, I mean, you would just have games that would have good anti-cheat measures. And that's why you would play legitimate. And honestly, cross-platform is so hard to do. So, but I don't know if cross-platform has anything to do with hackers.
Yeah, they weren't. Frankie says they weren't prepared for the amount of hacking that happened in the game.
And I mean, you give it a month or two, and they'll patch it out, and then it won't work. And it's a constant battle back and forth. You get some hacks that work, and then some patches, and then it won't work, and then you just check in. If you've been hearing about that, give it a few months to try again, see if it works. And maybe he's just bad at the game. And he's just blaming hacks. Is that what it is? That's always a possibility. I've been there.
When we play Among Us, this little punk, he's cocky. He's already saying that he's going to win. He's like, I'm definitely going to beat all you guys.
Oh, you can't, though. Because these sorts of games is you could be as good, you could do everything right, and they're gonna be like, oh, I don't trust him, he's too good at this game, and you're like, no, I was doing my job, he was going through the fence, he just got there too fast, no, I just know the map, no, he's suspicious, and then you just get lynch mobbed, and then you get voted off, and then that's it. You're done. You're the most competent player, you're not the imposter, and you're voted off the island.
Let's go ahead and just do media real quick, because I don't really actually have any media. Oh, no, I do. I was watching, I finally watched Snow White with the Red Hair. I have like 2 more episodes of season 1. Okay. And that's actually pretty good.
I don't know what that is. I assume it's about Snow White.
It's an anime, and it's not actually like Snow White. It actually, I don't know. I don't see any relation to Snow White other than at the very beginning, the guy is like, show me the fairest of them all, and like, it's her. I don't know. I don't think it has like.
Apparently, that's about just a frequent thing that people ask creepy mirrors for.
So
they're just like, show me some hot babes. Come on.
He didn't ask a mirror. He asked like some guy that came in. But supposedly like she is very like everyone like stares at her, and it's not because she's like the fairest of them all. It's because she has red hair, and it's not like common at all.
Show me the hottest girl you got, and make sure she's a redhead, bro. Come on. I want to get my creeping on.
So that was, alright, and then, I just started watching Blacklist. Now, this isn't a TV show or a film.
Yeah.
But, I started this, it's called, what is it called? Manhwa? It's like a manga, but it's a Korean.
Oh.
And they call like manhwa or something like that. And it's called A Cute Day to Be a Dog or something like that.
What's it about?
Oh my god, it's so good. And let's see, what is it called? A Good Day to Be a Dog. And it's about this girl. Her family has a curse. One of her ancestors killed a puppy.
How could they?
Yeah, I know exactly. That a spirit was very fond of. So the spirit cursed all of the ancestors that anytime they kissed someone of the opposite gender, they would turn into a dog at midnight.
Wow. Just every night? Every night that they
every
kiss
night.
Them? Until when? Midnight until when?
No, every night. And they would turn into a dog every night until they kiss that person again in dog form.
In dog form?
Mm-hmm. Because they turn into a dog every night. So they would kiss the person and they would turn into a dog at midnight. And then at 6 a.m. they turn back.
This sounds like some weird kind of manga.
Well, I think it's like, I like it because like, it's adults, they're all like teachers, but it still has like that awkwardness of like high school kind of like love drama kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like how it's like awkward relationships.
I'm jokingly implying that it's one of those quote quote weird type of mangas.
Uh-huh.
And then for you immediately say, no, it's adult. That's not a good defense.
Did I say no adult?
No, I'm joking.
Oh, okay, because I was still thinking of how to describe it. So when I said no adults, I probably wasn't really actually addressing you. I was saying no to the thought in my head.
No, you said no. I'm saying, I don't think you said no. You're implying that they're adults, so it's okay. And I'm like,
oh, no. I'm
implying it's like smutty fiction that you're reading. And then you're like, oh, they're adults. I'm saying, oh no, it's a smutty adult fiction.
Oh, see, when you said weird, I was just thinking like, just weird, like.
You're too innocent. My joke just went right over your head. You're nowhere near the gutter.
I'm sorry. I thought when you said weird, I was thinking like, that one anime that we watched, that's the Death Note parody.
Yeah.
You know how weird that one was? That's what I was thinking of when you said weird.
But that one was also kind of a little risque as well. Like, it was jokingly, but...
Yeah, it was. This one, actually, it's not, I don't think it's like risque at all.
I'm just joking.
But yeah, it has that like, they're all adults, but they, like, the way that they interact with each other, like, relationship-wise, is, like, kind of gives you that, like teenage, like, first crush kind of feel to it. You know what I'm talking about?
A little bit.
Like, that awkward,
it's been so long since I've been in a teenage first crush.
Like, you have it where, like, one person liked someone, didn't even realize they liked them until, like, oh, wait a second, I like this person, kind of thing. Like, you don't normally see that in adult things. Like, they usually know if they like someone or not.
No, when you're 27, it's like, look, I'm kind of getting old here. I'm done playing games. Are you, like, what do you want here?
So, anyways, that's it. And
that hit of realism. No. Sorry.
Okay, Jacob. On you. What's going on with you? What's going on with you media-wise?
We've been watching horror movies. We watched this movie called The Visit. Have you heard of that one?
I have heard of it. I haven't seen it yet. It's on my list.
It's pretty good. I won't spoil anything. I'll just build it up. So, it's about... no spoilers. This is just the premise. It's about this woman. She's got like a shaky relationship with her family, her parents. Mm-hmm. And she kind of like leaves them for 15 years. And then, she has kids and the kids are like, yo, we want to, they don't say, well, actually, yeah, he does kind of say, yo, one of the kids is a rapper.
Oh, this is when they go see their
worst part of the movie,
grandparents.
but yeah, they go to see the grandparents. The mother's like, yeah, sure, fine, okay. She's like, I want you to, she's nice and they're nice, a little crazy. Oh, you've seen the end. Oh, I haven't seen it, just the end. Okay.
Well, like, I've changed it to, like, it was on TV. So I didn't see, like, the beginning of it.
Okay, fair enough. I thought you just, like, found the ending to it and looked it up.
No, I saw, like, because it was on TV. That's why I was like, fair. Oh, wait, this is about the grandparents. Because, like, that's the main part that I remember is the grandparents.
No, it's really good. It had a pretty good setup to it. It's M. Night Shyamalan. I think I pronounced that right. M. Night Shyamalan, who... It was a pretty good movie. It's kind of hokey at some points, but it's trying to be. It doesn't take itself too seriously. So brace yourself for that going in. No, not brace yourself like it's bad, but just like, it's not a full-on, like, super spooky. Erased? I don't remember that one. Which one is that?
The anime that I told you need to watch. The kind of like crime kind of anime / kind of, the one with the kids disappearing.
I do like crime. Well, I don't like crime, but I like thrillers about crime.
Yeah, I would say it's like a crime thriller anime.
This one's kind of a crime thriller as well. It's,
yeah, a little bit.
It's interesting. It's very interesting. I'm not going to say too much.
I'm going to, like, keep telling you every week that you need to watch Erased until you watch it.
There's another movie. Oh, The Deep Blue Sea 2. I didn't see the first one.
Okay.
Deep Blue Sea 2.
Okay.
And have you seen it? Do you know it?
I think I vaguely know it. Surprising. I was laughing because you didn't see the first one, you watched the second one. But that's the thing about kind of like horror movies, is a lot of times you don't actually have to even watch them in order, because...
Well, a lot of movies. John Wick, I saw the second one first.
Well, John Wick is not a horror movie.
No, but any movie should have a self-contained plot,
Some of them do, like some of the... Like Chucky. In the second Chucky, it's like the same character, and Chucky just comes back. But you don't necessarily have to watch the first Chucky to understand the second Chucky.
Yeah, that's like a... If you want to do well at the box office kind of thing. Anyway, this one's about...
but I haven't seen...
So this one's about a research explorer. She studies sharks, and she gets picked up and she's like, hey, here's a check for a lot of money. I think it's like 50 grand. Just come listen to what we have to say. And she's like, okay, fine. And so she goes and listens. Turns out, spoiler free, there are dangerous sharks. That's all I'll say. That doesn't spoil it. They tell that right at the beginning. There are dangerous sharks.
No, I think that's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
Anything with, like...
That's the premise of the movie. And there are dangerous sharks.
Anything with a sea and it's a horror movie is a shark. Like, you don't
shark
usually
or maybe
get,
a squid or something. Yeah. You're not too many killer whale horror movies.
Yeah, like, you don't see, like, killer whales, you don't see, like, you could have, like, Loch Ness monster for all, but no, usually any horror movie that deals with the sea is sharks. It's, like, the go-to one.
You might have some, like, artistic movie that's, like, just sailors, and they, like, lost power, and their horror is just, like, the vast expanse of the ocean itself, but, like, no, usually it's sharks.
Well, shoot, usually, even if they're in the vast ocean, sometimes there's still sharks there, they're not the main
yeah, there's
person.
Definitely gonna have a shark. And probably a squid if you're at the bottom of the ocean is submersible.
Like, you could even have mermaids and sirens and all that stuff. Nope, sharks.
This one was a little silly. It was, again, kind of didn't take itself too seriously. It was fun. It was an enjoyable movie. But that's what I watched. That's what I watched this weekend. And I've been playing a game called Blades of Avernum, or Avernum. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's an old school RPG. It's a remastered version of a remake of a game that I used to play when I was like 8 or 9 on the computer. But it's basically Dungeons and Dragons, but in computer form. I may have talked about it. I think I played it a year ago. But I'm playing it again.
I've never played Dungeons and Dragons, but I was just thinking about it recently because I was watching...
Oh, you would love it.
I don't know. That's the thing, is like, you would think
either
I would
love
like
it or hate it.
Yeah. Because see, here's the thing. Like, I would say I'm pretty intelligent.
I would say I'm pretty... No.
I'd say I'm pretty I would say I'm pretty intelligent, but I don't have the patience. So, like, for stuff, they're like chess or checker or whatever. Like, things that like, oh, smart people do really well in this stuff. I just don't have the patience.
You don't want to learn the rules or strategies. Yeah.
And so, I feel like Dungeons & Dragons, that involves a lot of patience. It's a long game.
Yeah, it really does. You have to be committed. Like, if you do like a one-off series where it's just like, look, we're going to play for like 3, maybe 4 hours tonight, and you just hang out and it's like a little party, that's fine. That's really good. It's hard to get committed to something where you go every week. I've done that once or twice, but it is a lot of work and it's a lot of commitment. Good for you, but yeah, it's a lot of commitment.
Like, I think Randy used to do that with his friends, and then, of course, COVID happened, so, they're not meeting up now. But
yeah, you can still do it online, though. There's a website called Roll20.com or something like that. And, yeah, there's a website for it. You can put the maps on there and click around and move and look at things. Do all your character sheets online. It's really nice. I've never done that. But
that involves a lot of strategy and thinking it out and all that stuff. And that's just, like, doesn't sound... Like, I want to do it just to be like, I've done it and to understand it. And, like, I want to make my own character. But it sounds like too much of a commitment.
There's a lot of downtime where you're sitting down waiting for your turn. Just sitting there, like, looking at your goal. But you might be, like, reading stuff and going, like, okay, what does this spell do? Like, I gotta fight this goblin in, like, 2 more rounds. So I gotta figure out if I'm gonna cast this fireball or this acid spell. Okay, so I know he's got some armor, so I might want to eat through that. But then again, he's weak to fire. But no, he's got thick skin, so no fire. I'll throw the acid at him. That kind of stuff,
So much strategy.
Not interested at all.
Fireball, done.
Yeah, fireball is always a good solution.
Fireball.
I mean, or you could just be a barbarian and just go, I hit him with sword. And then you cleave him then right into. But then you get to roll the cool dice and stuff. That's something you can't do online. You have to, like, do it on your camera so they can see.
Anyways, okay, so moving along.
Yeah, oh gosh, we're deep into this recording session already. We haven't even started.
No. Yep. And I know you're excited about this.
Yeah, not anymore. Are you done? I got things to do. No, I'm just joking. Let's do it.
Okay, so today's topic, as I said, Jacob's excited about it because he's going to be the one that kind of leads the way on this.
Yeah, this is kind of my own.
The reason why we came up with this topic is because Jacob has a very special date coming up.
Yeah.
And it made me think of this topic. So go ahead, Jacob. Why don't you tell everyone?
It's all about anniversaries. Everyone just like face palms. And everyone who's single just got grumpy and turned the thing on. No, yeah, it's around about 1 year since I've started dating my significant other right now. Shout out to Deanna. Very, very happy.
We would hope they know who it is at this point.
Yeah, right. No, I mean, we're kind of, I say loosely because it was kind of, I don't remember the exact date, but it's somewhere in September, so we're pretty loose on that. That's something we'll talk about later. High school, that doesn't count. It's like, oh, we had our first kiss at the mall on the 14th, and that's the date I got tattooed to my ankle. It's like, all right, we're somewhere in September. Facebook will tell us.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, isn't like whatever day Facebook say just an acceptable day? Can you everyone just agree upon the date on Facebook?
Well, there's a topic we can talk about.
Day.
Is that, so we always say there was a day that we were like, okay, let's be, we called it exclusive. It was when we weren't dating other people. It's like, look, I'm like, okay, I'm turning off my Tinder right now. And so that's like the real date for me is when I say, okay, that's the date we decided we're going to be, boyfriend, girlfriend. This episode feels very like high school gossip. Let's talk about who's dating who. And anyway, but Facebook official is a different date, it's like, that was like, all right, I guess it's time. I guess it's not one of these, oh, we said it, but now we're not really meaning it. So we'll just save the impact. Cause you don't want to now I'm rambling. Imagine you're dating somebody and you say, okay, I want to be exclusive. I'm not seeing anybody else. I'm just seeing you. Let's try and make this work. See how it goes. Regardless how serious, you can jump into that. That's a topic for another podcast. You say, all right, we're boyfriend, girlfriend. Now, imagine you go, oh, immediately change your Facebook without talking about it. Whoa, made it public. That's a huge jump. You can't, whoa, hold on. I wasn't ready to go public, like nothing like that. But now it's like it sends a broadcast. It's not that it's like, oh, I'm not trying to hide you. It's just, you're sending a broadcast. What do you think?
But that is completely true. Like,
okay, thanks.
like, no, that's like completely true. Like, it's It's one of those things that, like, is a whole new aspect to a relationship that didn't happen before Facebook.
Uh-huh.
Before you're just
that's
dating.
true.
And then, like, whenever you would actually, like, it was almost like Facebook is, like, equivalent to meeting the parents kind of thing. Like, you could date, and, like, okay, we're official, now you're gonna meet my parents.
Yeah, that is very similar to that. You're exactly right.
Yeah, because you have to, like, because now all your family knows about them, and so now they're all like, who's this person? It's like, well, I didn't get a chance, but I was dating this person, we're official, and you post it on Facebook before I can actually tell. Because some people don't like to find out through Facebook, they want to find out from you.
Yeah.
And if you posted too soon, I haven't had a chance to tell these people.
Yeah, you're gonna be like, who's this person? Oh, I guess they're dating now. Yeah. No, it's kind of funny. No, I'm just joking. I mean, I'm not that worried about it. I mean, I'm a grown man. I can kind of do what I want, but...
There's still some people that you probably want to tell first, and not through Facebook, though.
I wanted to tell the whole world. I was so proud. I wasn't single anymore. No, I'm just joking. No, I got a cool girl.
Speaking of, like, anniversaries, well, not speaking of, because the whole episode's about anniversaries, but...
Oh, yeah.
Interesting thing that I always kind of thought of was, like, okay, so you have your anniversary of when, like, whatever you agree upon, I guess, like, first date, officially dating, whatever. But then you go and you get engaged. And then you get married.
Whoa,
and so
slow
it's
down.
like, at what point... Well, so then it becomes the point of, and this is interesting because, like, we both have never been married, so it's kind of like, okay, so now,
right.
Do you have to have separate anniversaries for those dates, or do you just, like, agree upon a wedding, or, like,
I think that...
how does that work?
Okay, I think that once you get married, I think that just knocks the other one way back into, like, the side. It's like, you don't even really care about it, and maybe you'll be like, tonight is September, that's when we started dating. Maybe we should go out to eat or something. But I don't think it's like, let's do gifts kind of thing.
See,
like, I think once you're married, that's a big, that takes precedence for sure. I don't think you get two.
I would prefer if, like, everything just happened on the same date, so you didn't have to remember a whole new date.
Oh, yeah. Just get married on the day you dated. Nice.
Yeah. So the day that we dated would be the day that you got proposed on, and then and then you would wait a year and get married on the day that you proposed on. So then it's like, that date is like, it should be stuck in your head, because, like, some big events happened. But
how very
you wouldn't have to
pragmatic
remember
of
so
you.
many different dates.
Alright, but okay, consider this. You met the guy. It was a rough patch in your life. You were lonely. It was a terrible time of the year. And you went on your first date. And then you fall in love. Things get better. You work on yourselves. And then you say, I want to get married at the best time of the year. Not at the bottom of, the hottest day of the summer. Or the coldest part of the winter.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
The weather. Like, I don't want to get married in the summer, honestly. So I guess I just have to start dating in the middle of winter.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm not dating this season. You're gonna have to check back with me in 4 to 6 months. Alright, let's talk about... Okay, I've got some stuff here. Let me check my notes. So obviously we talked about weddings. Let's quickly read off, like, some of the different anniversary gifts by year. And let's talk about gifts. Well, okay, let's bring gifts later. Scratch that.
Well, actually, speaking of that reminds me, we did briefly talk about it before, about gifts and a specific significant anniversary date.
Well, forget that. Let's pretend we haven't, because it's a new podcast. We know.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, I just remember we only quickly went through it, and we were like, we'll get back to that, but we'll get back to that when we actually talk about anniversaries.
Oh, yeah.
So,
what I meant to say was we planned
go.
that, and here... Don't forget about it. This is all intentional. No, first let's talk about... We were kind of talking about it. So to be like it was a graceful segue, what would your ideal 1-year anniversary of a romantic relationship look like? I'm literally reading Reddit right now, so thanks to user Shanika's. What would you do? What would you like as a gift? What would you give as a gift? And how would you celebrate?
There's too many questions to answer at once.
Alright, so just kind of get a ballpark. Those are it's just a writing prompt to get the creative juices flowing.
Let's see here. For me...
And anyone who's listening and has a crush on her, pay attention. Write this down.
Let's see. For me, it would either have to be... Like, so I'm not one of those ones that are like, oh, let's go on like this like super romantic like dinner anniversary thing, blah. No.
You said it doesn't have to be?
Yeah, I would rather it either be like something like kind of like like what my ideal like first date kind of thing is too, where it's like either kind of like thrill seeking kind of thing, like we'll go bungee jumping or like amusement parks or something like that, or if it's like around Halloween, it'd be like haunted houses and stuff like that.
But come on, it can't be just the same as birthday. It's gotta have some romance to it.
I am not a super romantic person, Jacob.
Alright, let's say, pick one. Would it be your guy? Alright, everybody has different love languages. Would you be more impressed by a fancy gift, a fancy meal, or a fancy action? That's very abstract.
I don't know. See, I think my love language, I believe, is gift giving. Like, I like to give gifts.
Yeah.
Which apparently I'm really good at. I've been told by multiple people. And I'm like, my kind of strategy when it comes to giving gifts is I try to think at least 2 months ahead of a gift. And I pay attention to things that they are saying or wanting. And that's how I'm able to give a good gift. Because I've been planning for like 2 months.
Do you do things where you drop hints and see the reaction? You're like, oh, well, how do you feel about the color blue?
No, like sometimes I do kind of do that. Like I just did that. I can say it because I don't think she listens to the podcast. My coworker, she's one of my coworkers.
Boo.
She's one that I usually have kind of problems picking out gifts because I don't know her as well. But just like, I think it was today, I was like, do you still have your Google Nest? Because before she had a Google Nest, because we got it through Spotify. And she never used it because it requires you to use Wi-Fi, and she didn't have Wi-Fi at the time. Now she has Wi-Fi. So I was like, do you still have your Google Nest? Because if she does, I was going to get her stuff for her Google Nest to make her home a little bit more smart home friendly.
Nice.
To go with the Google Nest.
Good stuff.
So my love language, I believe, is gift giving. Like I like to give, especially for like my brothers and stuff like that. I'm constantly giving them gifts.
All right. Well, time out on the gift giving because I definitely want to come back to that. I got 3 internet tabs for gift giving. Well, let's talk about doing things. So you said explorative and adventure stuff.
So now here's the thing though too, is I'm totally okay also like just staying inside and like watching like movies, like not romantic movies because I don't really like romantic movies, but like I could do romantic comedies, some. I do tend to like the romantic comedy animes. So I would be totally down to watch like a romantic comedy anime.
Nice. Because
the comedy for those is just so much more because they can do more with their facial reactions than people can actually form on their face.
Yeah, it's a drawn art. It's not bound by physics.
Yeah, so doing that and just like eating junk food, that sounds awesome too.
The American dream. I guess that's the Hikikomori dream. Anyway, I guess for me, I'm very much a kind of tradition. I wouldn't say very much. I like traditional, like stereotypical, like dates. Like I like the idea of going out and getting pasta with cloth napkins and maybe wearing a tie and clean out the car beforehand and open the door and that sort of stuff. This year we're doing gifts, and we'll get back to gift giving. But yeah, I think I'm more of that. I do like the idea of going out to a movie, obviously COVID permitting, but. Yeah, no, I think kind of the traditional stuff you think of. Because if you just do like the stereotypical date night stuff, you can focus more on the person. Because it's like, oh, I don't have to. Now, okay, to be fair, it would be really fun to like go to, if you know they're really into the aquarium, go there or something like that. Or if you know that, obviously pick a restaurant they like. I say all this, I don't have restaurant plans right now. Where's boyfriend?
But you like the whole like dinner and a movie kind of anniversary day.
Yeah.
Which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. That's just not my style.
I guess I gotta play it a fancy.
But you're also a lot more of a romantic than I am, so...
Yeah. And it's funny, I just realized, thanks to this podcast, I realized that I do have to pick a dinner night. This is on me. I haven't done this because it's not gonna just happen. I need to pick a night to take my girl to dinner. Thanks. We got gifts. We're gonna do gifts, but we gotta have a place to do them. Alright, we'll make it work. Okay, so we've talked about that. Let's move on to gifts. We keep going there. I guess gifts are appropriate, huh?
Before we go to gifts, let's do this one thing. Don't you know that if you really like like a store or whatever, pay attention to their anniversary, like their anniversary / like birthday or whatever, because a lot of times they do sales, like on their 1 year open or whatever. I don't know if that would really, because I guess anniversary doesn't really necessarily mean.
Yeah, it's not just romantic. You're right.
It could be, yeah, it's like anything that's annual. Birthdays, I guess, technically are anniversaries too, right?
Yeah, technically. That doesn't count. We already did that episode.
I know.
What about work anniversaries? Do you celebrate like, oh, we've been in business for 35 years or whatever?
No, but
You're like, no,
this year,
my employees
actually,
hate the company. We're just joking.
So this December actually will be my 5-year
Wow.
work anniversary.
Yeah, I'm coming up on mine in February.
So I will be getting even more hours of PTO.
Nice. That's cool.
That's why I waited until December of, this year for Japan, because I'll be getting even more PTO time.
Yeah. Yeah, I think 5 years is a big milestone for sure. You should be proud. I know I will be.
Okay. Gifts?
Yeah, they give us a plaque.
No, I was talking about, do you want to move on to gifts now? I don't think they give us anything.
Yeah.
We get more PTO. That's it. That's our
Nice.
gift. Here you go.
I think we start to acquire them faster, but that might be the 7-year I'm thinking of. All right. Traditional anniversary gifts by year. I believe this is for marriage, but hey, maybe you can loosely follow it because, realistically, year 1 is paper. So if you can't afford paper for your 1-year dating anniversary, come on, what are you doing?
Paper? Like,
Yeah, it's
what,
paper.
like a card?
I guess it's a card, or maybe you could paint onto it or something. I don't know. That's just what this says. I'm on a practicalwedding.com.
Well, so it's a wedding anniversary thing. I feel like paper is not an appropriate gift for a 1-year anniversary on your wedding,
Yeah.
but
Here's your paper bracelet. I folded it myself.
that sounds like a 1 year for like a little kid. Like, here's a paper, like, drawing that I did of you. And it's just like a little stick figure.
No, you gotta get creative with it. Maybe, okay, so think about stuff's expensive. You can't be getting diamonds for year 1. You gotta do imagine you write poetry on paper, or you write a song lyric on your paper.
Yeah, I guess that's,
See where I'm going with this?
Yeah, well, there you go, Jacob. I know what your wedding anniversary will be.
Yeah, right?
Be a song that you wrote.
I'm thinking of a meme.
Okay, what's next?
Year 2 is cotton.
These are really weird kind of things. So I'm guessing cotton will be
Oh,
like
wait
clothes.
till 3rd year.
So, so this is second.
Yeah, the 2nd year is cotton.
So that's clothes.
3rd year is leather. Oh man.
Okay, then now we're going towards inappropriate.
I know. Year
Hey, I
3 of the
wasn't too
marriage
innocent for that one.
could go very interesting. Could be a leather watch. Could go a very different direction. All right, year
A
4.
purse.
Fruit and flowers, or linen and silk. Now it's interesting. These are 2 paired together. So it's not like you can cross them. It's fruit and flowers, or linen and silk. Which would you prefer? This is an interesting one. One's temporary, one's more permanent.
Okay, here's the thing, is like, fruits sound awesome, but
Yeah.
I actually do not like flowers.
Oh, flowers are great.
So,
Flowers and plants,
I can't
growing
keep
flowers.
them alive.
You gotta learn.
So,
You can, you just don't care enough to learn.
that's true.
These things grow outside on their own.
I have not kept any plants alive.
I've got a few that I'm not good at. I found out I'm not good at orchids, but I haven't learned them.
You never gave me that one plant that you said, like, is really hard to kill.
I don't remember.
You had it for college, and you kept bringing home, and it would, like, be all, like, droopy.
The peace
And then
lily.
you would add water, and it'd peek back up.
Yeah. Some are finicky like that. Imagine you've been married for 4 years. How long do bed sheets last? You probably get new bed sheets for your marriage,
Mm-hmm.
I say you've been married 4 years. Linen and silk is a good gift for a 4th year of marriage.
Yeah.
Get some fresh bed sheets.
And 4 is, like, not, like, a super, super big number. Like, like 5 years, one of those important ones.
Yeah,
10,
5
whatever.
years real important. It's wood.
Well, that sounds kind of like, what do you get?
That could be pretty cool. Furniture. You get a
Yeah.
whole new bed thing, and all furniture.
Well, you get good sheets after you get
New
the bed,
floors.
not before.
A new deck for your patio,
Yeah.
6th year. 6th year is a wild one.
Okay.
Iron or candy?
Candy sounds good.
More than iron? Iron's worth more, You can buy anything with iron. You could sell it and buy candy. Unless you're buying bulk candy. Maybe you're buying her just, tons of candy.
Well, what are you thinking for iron? What, an iron board? I'm sorry, I would prefer candy.
I was thinking like the element iron, like I don't know why a fireplace is coming to mind, but you get a fire poker is made out of iron.
I would want candy over a fire poker.
But, okay, here's a Reese's Pieces bar, Reese's Pieces bar, that doesn't make sense.
Here's a fire poker that you don't have a fireplace for.
You get the whole fireplace.
No, why? That's not iron.
7th year, wool or copper?
Okay, I'd probably go copper.
Yeah, copper.
I don't know what, but I would probably go
copper. Yeah, you
copper.
could do like a copper ring or something, but like, man, you've been married somebody 7 years and you haven't bought him real jewelry yet? Like, come on. Who wrote this? A practical wedding.
Wool, I don't even like wool because it's like itchy.
Oh, yeah, it is too. But it's kind of nice though. It's like a scratchy in a good way. But maybe we're just real privileged and we got to think back to like the 1400s or something. Not 19 something. I was thinking 14. All right, you skip year 8. For year 8, it's like you don't get a gift this year. This is gonna try our marriage. Okay, if you can't deal with not getting a gift on your 8th year, it's just divorce o'clock. That's your gift that year, So,
okay.
But for the 9th year, you get pottery, so that's good.
That one's pretty nice. They had to skip a year so that they can afford the pottery.
No wonder divorces are skyrocketing these years, I mean, look, you gotta get in here like 15 years to get the crystal. Now, ivory at 14 is pretty good. Ivory's tough to get. Even I'm a piano, I guess.
Oh my god.
Alright, I'm gonna rapid fire through these because we're gonna be here all night. How's that sound?
I know, that's fine, go.
You can just like interject if you hear something interesting. 9th year pottery. 10th year tin or aluminum.
Okay, so for 10 year, you get some cans.
Yeah, right? Or some soda. Here's that Coke you wanted. 11th year steel. That's pretty good. That could be like a car or something. Cooking, yeah, nice. 12th year silk. This is interesting because on year 4, you got linen and silk. Or you got fruit and flowers. So you might as well get the fruit and flowers and enjoy that while you can. And then at year 12, you get your silk. No linen, just silk, but double the silk.
Silk pajamas.
Yeah.
Those are kind of expensive. But they're embroidered. It's gotta be embroidered.
Yeah, they gotta be nice. You get the bathrobe set, too. Alright, year 13, lace. That's for under the pajamas. Or it could be like... sorry. Lace is also good for your doilies, so you can put your drinks down. What are doilies for? They're for putting like hot pots down on the table, right?
I've never heard that word. I think you made it up.
Doilies are like the things that like grandmas knit, and they like look like snowflakes, but they're cloth. And then I think you put like hot stuff on them.
I don't think my grandma knitted anything like that.
All right, 15th year. 14th year is ivory. 15th year is crystal. And then you don't get gifts until year 20 and you get your china.
Oh, wow. But they gotta save up for the china.
Yeah. And then it's another dry spell. At 25 years, you get silver. Now, this better be some real silver. You've been married 25 years. You're getting some real silver.
Here's a silver dollar.
30th year. Now, let's put this into perspective. You get married, what? Okay, let me say. I'm just gonna go. I'm not even gonna guess. Well, we'll ask. What do you think is what year do you get married? This is sad to think about.
I think it depends.
It does depend.
I think it depends, but I think from our generation, most of them aren't getting married until after 30.
Yeah.
Before, it was like early 20s. Now it's like 30, 35.
I'm Googling it. According to the most recent estimates from the U.S. Census Bureau, the average age of first marriage for women in 2017 was 27.4 years. For men, it's slightly older at 29.5. We pushed the envelope a little longer. That's the longest Americans have ever waited to get married.
I told you, our generation's like pushing closer to 30.
Average age for heterosexual marriage in 2020 hits 35 for women and 38 for men. That's staggering. That can't be correct. The Guardian?
No, it is. Now, the reason why is
35 and 38? That's... I don't mean to say that's so old, but that's way later than I was expecting, I was expecting...
Yeah, well, that's because... Okay, think about it. So you're going to college. Everyone basically is forced to go to college. You're not coming out until you're like, what, 22?
Yeah.
And then you're going to look for work, because no one's going to get married. Like, because now everything's kind of about having a stable kind of life before. No one wants to just be like, let's get married and figure it out.
No, I understand the reasoning. I'm just saying, you get married at 35, and you're going to be 55, 60 getting your silver. You're never going to get the diamond. Diamond is at 60 years. You get married at 35, you're going to be 95 together getting your diamond.
you're gonna get that diamond on your 100-year birthday.
I know, right? I was thinking, like, back in the day, you know, my parents got married at, I think, it was 24 and 20.
Yeah, mine was like early 20s.
Yeah. And I don't know. This got really, like, depressing. We're talking about mortality.
But I mean, think about it.
Average ages
like
for marriage.
That's like 80 versus 100. Like, I mean,
that's a huge difference. That's a quarter of a century. That's most of our lives.
You know, as you get older, the age differences don't seem as big.
It's true, but they also seem longer because when you're older, you're like, oh, I've been alive for another year. That's fantastic. Wow, this got so depressing.
Keep going.
Everyone who's listening is just like, man, I'm done listening. Like, geez. Ay, ay, ay. All right, let's get back to these.
Everyone who's listening, who is still single and is pushing closer to 30, they're like, oh, well, it's normal.
If you manage to still be alive, and even then, if you're still in love, your 30th year, you're going to get pearls. Pearls are cool. Pearls are special. 35 is coral. 40 is ruby. 45 is sapphire. This is interesting because in RuneScape and in most video games, sapphire comes before ruby. Like, sapphire is lower tier. But here in marriage, sapphire is higher tier, and I think sapphire is pretty. I think blue's a prettier color than red in general.
I do too.
Yeah. So sapphire at 45, gold at 50. That's your golden anniversary. That's a big one. 50 years of marriage. We celebrated one of those at my church growing up, and we had a couple, and yeah, they turned 50. No, they were older than 50, and they had been married for 50 years, and it was really special. It was a pretty cool thing. Very admirable. Like, I make all these jokes and stuff, but that was super impressive.
Yeah, I think my aunt and uncle are getting close to their 35th.
35th, the coral. Cool. 55 is emerald. Above gold. Emerald's more important than gold. It is in RuneScape, too. Minecraft, I mean. Really in RuneScape as well. Nerd alert. 60 year is your diamond anniversary. 60 years. Being married with the same person.
Is that the highest it goes?
That's the highest it goes, yeah. They just assume that's it. They're like, look, there's nothing. I guess platinum would come next.
At 100, they're gonna die.
Thanks to practicalwedding.com. Well, this is the first. I've been dating for 1 year. It's way less impressive now, but we're getting gifts.
Paper.
Yeah. You know, the funny thing is, like, paper's kind of a big deal. Like, I haven't even, like, cards. Cards are a big deal.
Homemade coupons.
Wow. And we wonder why you haven't had many 1 year anniversary. No, that's so mean. I'm just joking.
Well, I mean, the thing is you're stuck inside. So, I mean, to do, like, homemade coupons, like, here, like a free massage, you know, make dinner this day, like.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay. I thought you meant, like, print them out.
No, I talk about, like homemade coupons for being stuck inside. The things that you can do while you guys are stuck inside.
I retract my snark. That's a really good idea.
Yeah, thank you very much, Jacob. I could come up with good anniversary ideas too. Okay. Anything else, Jacob? You haven't done very many Don't You Knows.
Don't you know? I don't know. Don't you know? No, I don't. Yeah, no, I didn't structure it like that. I was just so... Man, I got on some big tangents. We're an hour into our recording session. It's probably less for you guys. Sorry, but that's how it rolls. It's a long session. I did not expect that.
Okay, well, wrap us up then.
All right. Well, I should ask, do you have anything left? Anything else? What do you,
I am good. I have not been through a single anniversary.
Oh, man.
So.
You'll get there.
Yeah, eventually.
You two
not
listeners.
In any hurry, I guess.
I know you're just sitting here listening to a podcast, not doing anything. No, don't hang up. Thank you. Oh my god.
Why do you always insult our fans? Why? Why do you gotta always do it, Jacob?
I'm just the worst person. You just have to edit me into, like, just reel me back in. Thanks so much for listening. It's been a good episode, I think. I've had a lot of fun, and I hope you have too. We hope that you follow us on Twitter, because that's a good way for us posting when we got new episodes. We're on Podbean. We're on some new stuff too, including Amazon. We're on Spotify. We're on Pandora. We're on iHeartRadio.
Not Pandora yet.
We're not on Pandora.
We're still waiting.
Just censor that. We're on boop, 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 boop. We're on Spotify. Anything I'm missing? You can email us at don'tyouknowpod@gmail.com.
Oh, wait, what?
Exactly
it's don'tyouknowpod@gmail.com, guys.
Yeah, what she
and
said.
on Twitter is don'tyouknowpod.
We also have YouTube stuff. If you haven't seen, we've got the old Don't You Draw, which I have a lot of fun doing. We have
Our next episode will be coming up soon.
Yeah, we got some gaming stuff that we do on our own end together. Those are kind of fun. Usually some silly stuff happens. That's all I got.
Okay, sounds good.
Until next time.
Until next time, guys.
Bye.
See ya.